everyone, it's Anna Rose, and this is your third installment of the Happy and Healthy Hump Day vlog. We are reviewing natural products, and this is episode 2 in a series of natural hygiene products. And as you can see today, we are going to be reviewing hand soap. So I'm glad you're here today. One other thing, if you don't mind following me on Anna Rose Robertson on YouTube and leaving any kind of comments, those comments help me tremendously as far as creating content for you and really gearing it in a direction in which you are most interested. So without further ado, we'll get started. I apologize, I will be reading my notes just a bit today because we've got some tricky ingredients in soap that I cannot just rattle off the top of my head. So anyway, how many of you are kids from the 80s or 90s who may have said a dirty word or two and your mom used soap to wash your mouth out with? I honestly can't remember if my mom did that or not. But anyway, this is something you should actually be careful about. Way back when, most people used probably a bar soap, and we're talking about liquid hand soap today, so it's probably not as much of an issue, but still something that you should be aware of and concerned with. Some of these ingredients can cause allergic reactions, and then some have even been found to be toxic in rats. So in all reality, the dosage that's found in these soaps is not near as much as you would be giving your child if you were washing their mouth out with soap. However, I just wanted you to know that there are some ingredients that are quite aggravating to people. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to list a few ingredients that are common to all hand soaps, and then I'm going to really hone in on the ingredients in which you should be aware of and be careful of. And then I'll review our 3 hand soaps for today. We've got Little Seed Farm, which you had last time with the deodorant. I do love this company. Again, local to Middle Tennessee. Then I have a national brand, Mrs. Meyer's, that you've probably seen in a variety of locations. You can get online as well. And then the third and final one is a brand carried by Whole Body, associated with Whole Foods, and it's called a 365 brand. So a few of the typical active ingredients include benzalkonium chloride. This is common in laundry detergents and then other treatments like that. You also have cetrimonium chloride. This is a topical antiseptic and surfactant. And surfactant is just a word that's found in a lot of soapy ingredients. Again, laundry detergent, dishwashing detergent, hand soap, things like that. Another one is PEG 120 methyl glucose diolate, and this is another cleansing agent. And then lastly, that's just a common ingredient found in most soaps is tetrasodium EDTA, and this makes soaps lather really good. So a lot of the ingredients that we find in soaps are actually not necessarily helpful in creating a cleaner soap, or they don't necessarily help you reduce germs or eliminate germs, but what they do is they create a product that we are accustomed to. How many of us feel like if we don't get a good lather, then it must not be a good soap and it must not be removing all the dirt and grime? Well, that's not actually the case. In fact, fun fact, if you are a reader, I was reading a book, and this had absolutely nothing to do with cleaning products or anything like that, but there was a big marketing campaign, I believe in the 50s and 60s, in which they were trying to get housewives to try all these different products. And so they started creating things that smell good because that smelled clean. Well, really, how does clean smell? It doesn't really have a smell if it's truly clean. But they started adding fragrances and things like that so that people would feel better about what they're using. Same thing for toothpaste. There actually wasn't a lot of foaming toothpaste way back when, but what they did is they added little irritants to the toothpaste so that you get the foaming action, which makes you feel like you have a better toothbrush, a better cleansing than if you had very little foaming at all. So that's your fun fact for the day. But anyway, the ingredients that you should really be aware of include any kind of fragrances. That's something to be aware of. Again, these are some tricky words, so I apologize for having to read them off. Lara, mido, propylene, propylene oxide. This is common in degreasing products from hand soap all the way to armed tire cleaners. So again, this is a product that may be found not in these three products, but in your typical hand soap. And by the way, this is actually common ingredients in regular dial soap, something that you would get anywhere, your grocery store, your Walmart, things like that. So again, that lauramidopropylamine oxide, sorry about that. It is found even in tire cleaner, which should we really be using something on our hands, on our body that is also used to clean tires? I'm not sure. So the next ingredient is methichloroisothiazolinone. Okay, again, a tricky word. In pure form or in high concentrations, this is a skin and membrane irritant and can actually cause chemical burns. It's used as a preservative to give your soap. I keep pointing to these and really I shouldn't because these are natural products, but it's used as antibacterial and antifungal effects. So that's something to be aware of. Your fourth one are any kind of dyes that you find. FD&C Red 40, which is derived from coal, which again causes concern right there. FD&C Yellow number 5. This appears to have the most allergic reactions, or the most common allergic reactions to all the azo dyes, particularly among those who have asthma. So be aware of that. Anything that has that yellow FD&C Yellow 5 dye. The prevalence of this ingredient causing asthma or anything like that is really a 0.12%, so it's teeny tiny. But again, when you think about that, that's about 12 out of 1,000 people who might be allergic to this yellow dye. So that's, again, just something to be aware of. And the final fragrance is D&C Red number 33, and this is common in mouthwashes, hair dyes, and other cosmetics. So just because it's common doesn't mean that it's not something to be aware of and to be cautious around. So without further ado, we have our three products, and I'll slide these over here, and we will feature Little Seed Farm. You can see some of the good things I like about this. It does come in a glass bottle. You can purchase, oops, sorry about that. You can purchase refills and things like that. It's got this attractive little, again, it's a goat farm. A couple of things I wasn't crazy about. It's just not very attractive with a brown bottle. Not necessarily a big deal if you are not concerned with that, but again, not as attractive as some of our clear bottles that match maybe our home interior. And then also it comes out brown, which most of us, again, we go back to that book I was reading that most of us want to feel clean, want to smell clean, etc. And so when something brown comes out of your bottle, that doesn't make you feel very clean. A few of the ingredients: distilled water, olive oil, shea butter, castor oil, lavender essential oil, citric acid, of course the grass-fed goat's milk and that kind of thing in this particular product. The scents they have include lavender, orange blossom. Let's see, I believe this one is the orange blossom. They have rosemary mint and rosemary patchouli. So again, all very essential oil-based scents right there. This is $13 for an 8-ounce bottle. Again, you do get the glass bottle, which is going to increase the cost just a bit, but they also have refills that you can use so you don't constantly have to buy the glass bottle. You can buy these at Middle Tennessee Kroger's. They've just entered into Target, so maybe around the country you could find these in Target, and then some other Middle Tennessee boutiques. Fun fact, they're 100% solar powered, and they produce 120% of their energy on Little Seed Farm. Again, I can't say enough good things about this particular vendor. You'll find them in at least one more episode upcoming where we'll talk about face washes and things like that. The activated charcoal, which is really popular right now. So, bottom line, yay or nay, would I purchase this? Definitely I would purchase this if I'm buying a gift for someone or something like that. However, again, because it comes out brown, it's a little on the pricey side. I probably would not purchase this for my every bathroom soap and that kind of thing. But it's a great product. All right, and it's probably the most natural that we have. Next product is Mrs. Meyer's, and again, this is a product that you can find all across the country. It's very widely known in the last 5 years or so. It's at least 98% naturally derived. So for a product that is mass produced, that's a really good number to focus on and to remember. Scents, they have so many scents. I am going to read them off, but it is, I mean, There's a ton that you can find. Peony, lilac, sunflower, rosemary, rhubarb, radish, parsley, lavender, lemon verbena, honeysuckle, geranium, bluebell, which is what I got, basil, and then apple. I will say that my husband loves this bluebell scent so much that he has certainly hijacked it. When I've had all three of these in the bathroom, he's left this one. Sorry, little seed, but he is taking this one and he uses it every day. So he really likes the scent. It is kind of florally, which surprises me that he took it. But anyway, it's a great scent. I've really been pleased with it. And then bottom, let's see. Oh, not the bottom line yet. Fun fact, this is a product made by Miss Thelma A. Meyer. She believes in a happy medium between perfectionism and happy. And happy lived in at home. Ask Thelma and she'll tell you that cleaning is just something that has to get done. Well, I wish we could all pay someone to come in and clean everything at our house, but she wants you to really allow more time for family and friends and not have to clean. So she creates a really well-made product, and her desire is to make it more pleasant of a process rather than something that's not fun. So that's why she has her great fragrances and really just some clean marketing, that kind of thing, rather than really busy. So back to the bottom line. Yes, I would buy this. They had several scents at Target, but I really liked this bluebell scent, and I felt like it was fairly inexpensive, $3.99 for this 12.5 ounce bottle. So not bad. I like that it comes out clear. So that is that. Our third and final brand is the 365 brand, found at Whole Body, and I'm not sure if I think it's also found in Whole Foods if you don't have a Whole Body. This is the citrus scent, which I just love citrus scents. I don't know why I do. It makes me think of spring and summer, and I really love citrus scent. So anyway, if you're looking for a gift for me, citrus is definitely something I would gladly say thank you for. So some of the ingredients, they are a little more chemically sounding, a little more of the sodium lauryl, those kinds of things. They do have essential oils in them. In fact, what they claim, their fun fact, is that they have premium ingredients made out of essential oils. They are biodegradable. There's no parabens in them at all. There's no animal ingredients and no animal testing at all. So this is $3.99 for a 12-ounce bottle. So the 365 and the Mrs. Meyer's are very moderately priced, very similarly priced. And then I also found on Amazon that you could buy very large refills for a small price. So I really like 365. I really like the brand. I really like the scent. This one is a foaming one, and that's just, honestly, I had a really hard time finding the third brand that I intended to use, the Honest Company. I think it's a great company, but they are not widely found in Middle Tennessee stores right now. So went with 365, and all I found there was the foaming. So I try to remain constant and consistent in my reviews. So I would try not to do foamy soap with just plain liquid soap, but unfortunately I had a hard time finding that. So in future reviews, you may have just 2 products instead of 3. But anyway, thank you for tuning in for the Happy and Healthy Hump Day vlog with Anna Rose. And again, we've got our 3 brands. Little Seed Farm right here, made in Lebanon, Tennessee. Then we have Mrs. Meyer's, quite common, very easy to find across the country. And then last but not least, the 365 brand, made by Whole Foods. Tune in a couple of weeks and we'll be going over mouthwash. And then we also have the charcoal face cleanser. So something really popular. We're going to dive into that a little bit. So anyway, thanks for joining. Have a great day.